Vicky Vidalia here. I'm so excited. This is a soup that my family grew up on. It was a recipe that I learned from my friend Loretta. I think she's from Lithuania originally, and it's packed with vitamins. It's super simple to make. It's super simple ingredients, and leftovers are to die for. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get going. So this is called Loretta soup or meatball soup. You can use whatever's in your freezer. If you have ground turkey, ground beef, ground pork, Italian sausage, whatever you have can go in this soup. She usually likes to put in ground pork and ground beef. All I had in the freezer today was ground Italian sausage. That's what I'm gonna use today. Okay, so I've got 2 carrots, a bunch of scallions, some onions, dill, Italian sausage, and 2 containers, 1 beef broth, 1 beef stock, whatever you want. Doesn't matter if it's broth or stock, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna put 2 of these containers in my pot. I'm gonna turn it on to medium high. And what I love about this recipe is there's no sauteing before the recipe. Everything just goes right in the pot. You cook it up and then you serve it. It's so good, you're gonna love it. I am going to go ahead and cut up my carrots, put it in the pot. Then I'm going to put in some onions. And then I'm going to put in, oh, I forgot cabbage. Cabbage, oh my gosh, it's such an important ingredient. Chop up some cabbage. So anyways, let's get going. Okay, so 2 carrots. Everything's already pre-washed. And I love carrots. It's a nice root vegetable. Root vegetables bring minerals to the body, especially if they're organic and they have been grown in beautiful soil. Then your body and your brain gets to take advantage of all the minerals, which is super important. Now these don't have to be finely chopped up. They can be kind of larger chunks because soup is kind of forgiving. You can really just have whatever size you want, but you definitely want it to be able to fit onto a spoon. Like I wouldn't put this whole thing in there. Well, I probably would, but okay. Now I'm doing the carrots first because they take a little bit longer time to cook. And even though my water's not to a boil yet, it's not gonna hurt anything to go ahead and put it on there, so. Voila. Okay, now I'm gonna put in my cabbage. I'm gonna take off these top leaves. Again, these are already washed. This is a beautiful cabbage. You can still see the dirt on the bottom. I'm so excited. Okay. Get a bigger knife for this. I'm gonna go ahead and use like half the cabbage. I love the way cabbage, the flavor in the soup is just incredible. So I'm just gonna make some kind of thin slices. Vegetables are so good for you. The more you can put vegetables in your diet, the healthier digestive tract will be. Same with fruit. Fruit is really good for digestion. If you're having issues with your digestive system, put more veggies in fruit. And you might feel a little uncomfortable at first because your body is going to have to work through all the old stuff. But certainly once you get into a healthier diet, your digestive tract should work beautifully. Okay, that's plenty of cabbage. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now I'm going to start to roll up the sausage and make balls. Again, what I love about this recipe is you don't have to do anything ahead of time. So I'm just gonna roll, about that size. You can really do whatever size you want, but I like nice, big, bite-sized pieces of the meat. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling these and then I'll see you in a little bit. We're going to, oh, the onions. Forgot the onions. They're already chopped. Now this recipe doesn't call for onion, but I'm gonna put in about 1/4 cup because I really love that flavor. And then I'm just gonna drop these balls right in. And they will boil up with everything else. And once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna simmer it for really about 20 minutes or until the carrots are tender. So I'll see you in a little bit. That's it. Okay, it has come to a gentle boil. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down to like a simmer, kind of low. I'm gonna add some dill while it's simmering, and at the very end, I'm gonna add more dill on as a topper for the soup. So remember, my trick with herbs is a lot of times the very tip of the herbs doesn't have a lot of stems, so you can just cut right away. So I'm just gonna cut like a handful of dill, about a handful, and let that simmer. Okay, so I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Okay, the timer's going off. It's been about 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check to see if the carrots are cooked enough. And while I was away, I went ahead and put some more carrots in because I had extra carrots in the refrigerator that were gonna go to waste. Oh, they're ready. Okay, yum. So I'm gonna put this, so I ended up putting it between like a simmer and a medium because I wanted to just cook it a little bit faster, but you could certainly simmer if you had more time, you could simmer it for a while. So I'm definitely turning it down to a simmer now. I'm going to cut up some scallions. I'm gonna chop up some dill and I'll put it on top. And you remember the secret, I think I showed you, I think I did most of these already. You take the outside layer of the scallion and it peels it right off for you. You're welcome. What a great tip. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just putting them all together. I like to save time, as you know, in the kitchen, so. Ooh, they're actually making me tear a little bit. Ooh, those are strong. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my dill. I don't really worry about stems in my soup. If you're serving this for a fancy dinner party, okay, you could probably deal with that. But if I chop these up fine enough, the stem's not gonna hurt anything. No. Dill is unbelievable in this recipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a bunch in. And then I'm gonna save a little bit to put right in the soup bowls. Okay, I'm just gonna mix that in. That is it. Now I'm gonna plate it. Woo! Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm getting ready to plate. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. This is this pre-minced up garlic. Just a couple spoonfuls, just to give a little bit more flavor and also just a little bit more nutrients. Garlic's really good for your immune system. And it keeps the vampires away. And it is gonna be Halloween soon. Okay, well, in about a month. Okay, now, here's the secret to this soup. If you're not dairy-free, I love Parmesan. And I really like, should have done this beforehand, sorry. I like this cutting of Parmesan. You could also do shredded. So I'm gonna put some on the bottom of the soup bowl like this, okay? And then I'm gonna add right on top. Get a little bit more juice in there. Okay, now I'm gonna put some more Parmesan on top, and then I'm gonna top that with a little bit of dill. Oh, maybe just a little bit more. Voila, bon appetit. Woohoo, I'm gonna try it. It might be a little hot, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Parmesan on the bottom is that when you scoop down, it's all melted. Oh, it's like a dream. It really is so good. Okay. Oh, see, it's already melting. That soup bowl was hot. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God. Mmm. Thank you so much, Loretta. This has been one of our family favorites. My kids love it. I love it. Oh, so good. And this will last me all week for leftovers, especially because the kids are in college now. This is so healthy, so delicious, so fun, so easy. It's a great fall, winter soup. I love it. So again, bon appetit, and thank you so much for joining my channel today.